So this is more of an update video about my plans in Ladakh. So I've tried to share all the plans, the route information, my motorcycle modifications and everything, along with whatever packing I have done. The route and the plan is just what I have in my mind, and yes, I am going solo. I have plans to camp there. That's about it. I'll just show you all the plans and everything. So this is how my motorcycle has been prepared. I mean, you already know all the touring modifications and everything that I have done. It's all the same. You can go check it out in the Motor Modes playlist on my channel. So just the specific modification for Ladakh is this Ladakh carrier. Once again, I'll be posting a detailed video about this thing. It was done by Champion only. It has a space to carry two 10-liter jerry cans. You see one in the left, one to the right. It has the saddlebag guards as well. So that's about it. Rest of the motorcycle remains the same. I will be carrying two jerry cans. There will be one duffel bag also, which will be placed on the rear seat of my motorcycle, and in the front I'll have a tank bag. Apart from the tank bag, here I'll have my GPS mount. That's the camera mount, and there is another USB charger here. That's about it. So it's been washed. I'll let it dry and finally polish it. So my motorcycle is 100% complete and ready to munch miles now. I did a lot of test rides just to ensure that this thing is in tip-top precise condition. And rest I'm carrying spares and stuff, but then when you're starting you should have your motorcycle in a top-notch condition. And by the way, that's my sticker. Okay, so my packing is almost done. Around 80% of my packing is done. Let me give you a brief details about my packing. Okay, so this right here is my tank bag. It will have the action camera mounts, action cameras, basically all the important stuff that I will need access to very frequently. This one is my saddle bag. It's a Vayatera Leh saddle bag. I got it around 2 years ago. So in this saddle bag I'll be carrying my motorcycle spares, engine oil, toolkit, and obviously these clothes that are lying around here. So I'll show you in detail. This one is the duffel bag. In this duffel bag I have my tent. There is a sleeping mattress inside it, and I'll have my tripod. Here are the two steel metal jerry cans which I'm carrying 10-liter each. I'm getting leaves for very few days, and within that time if I need to complete one of the circuits from Pangong to Hanle to Somoriri to Sarchu and Manali, then I have to take at least 20-liter fuel with me. And this right here, this is one of my sleeping bag, and this is my raincoat. That sums it up all. This is another Quechua bag. So this bag is very useful because this is a waterproof bag, completely waterproof bag. If it rains heavily, then I can put my very important stuff like camera, stuff like that. Actually, if I don't need this backpack, it can be packed into this form. You see this one? So this is a 20-liter backpack, and when you unfold it, it becomes this. The size is pretty big and it's waterproof, so that's another plus point for me. I've taken one extra visor, and clothes are basically minimal for me. Just organize them and I'll put them into the bag right now. And here I have my riding jacket, which is a soleless one with a hydro pack in it. It becomes very useful on long rides. That's about it. And there's my helmet right there. If you can see, that's a Sol helmet. I'll show you my helmet later on. So I'll just pack my saddlebag first. Oh yes, I forgot. I also have this, you call it thigh bag. Right here it stays. So it has some important stuffs like torchlight, multi-tool, hand sanitizer and stuffs like that. Things that you need frequently. So overall, in total, I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's one saddle bag. We won't consider that 2 bags. 4, 5. There's a duffel bag, and the sleeping bag and raincoat will be there in my top box, so that's not a bag. These jerry cans would be there in their holders. So that's about it. Also, one thing that I'm pretty much excited about is camping. Well, I am carrying a tent and a sleeping bag, but that does not mean that I am definitely going to camp. I have plans to camp if I can, but I'm just carrying them as a precaution. At Pangong Lake, I'll definitely try and pitch my tent. So I'm also a noob camper. This is the first time I got a tent for myself, and this is the first time that I will be pitching it myself. So regarding the route, yes, route and the dates, I'll share that with you as well. So this basically is the camping bag, which has everything in it, the tent and the sleeping mattress and everything. So this is a big duffel bag from Puma, and it has accommodated almost all of my camping stuff. So that's roughly how the tent is pitched. Right now the pegs are not there because I just pitched it inside my drawing room. So I'll just also put the sleeping mattress inside and show you how it looks like along with the lights for the tent. So that's basically wildly how the tent should be looking like. Now right now under this homely environment, I'm doing it pretty easily. But then at that campsites under such high wind, it would be a challenging task for me. Well, truly speaking, I am not looking forward to camping always, but then yes, when there is a good option, I'll definitely try and pitch my tent. So let me just give you a short tour of how the tent looks from inside as well. It's pretty spacious. As you can see, there is room enough for 2 people. So I'll be having my sleeping bag, and that's about it. Time to fold the tent. And it's done. As a backup plan, I had the Rajdhani Express tickets booked from Kolkata to Delhi, just in case I need to carry my motorcycle for the same. Now, after so many modifications on my motorcycle, I know that if I load it onto a train, when it reaches Delhi, it would not be in one single piece. So I decided to ride from Kolkata to Delhi. Moreover, I had wished to ride this route always. So on day 1, that is 21st June, early morning at 3 AM, I will be starting for Kolkata. The plan for the day would be to ride up to Varanasi or Allahabad or Kanpur, which is around 680, 790 or 1000 kilometers approximately. On day 2, that is 22nd June, the plan is to ride from Varanasi, Allahabad or Kanpur to Delhi, rather Gurgaon, at my friend's place. On day 3, that is 23rd June, the plan is to rest and change the engine oil. On day 4, that is 24th June, I would be starting from Delhi for Ladakh. The plan for day 4, that is 24th June, is to ride up to Pathankot or Patnitop, which is around 516 kilometers or 700 kilometers away from Gurgaon. On day 6, the plan is to ride from Patnitop to Sonmarg, which is around 270 kilometers away from Patnitop. Day 7 is planned to be an easy ride day, that is Sonmarg to Kargil, which is just around 120 kilometers. Day 8 would be Kargil to Leh, which is around 217 kilometers. If that is the case, on 24th June, instead of riding from Delhi to Pathankot or Patnitop, I would have to take the route from Delhi to Manali, which is around 540 kilometers. On day 6, the plan is to ride from Manali to Jispa, and on day 7 from Jispa to Leh. Taking the route through Manali would also be 1 day shorter, but then I would miss the beauty of the Kashmir Valley. In this case, I will be resting for 1 day at Leh, that is day 7 will be a rest day at Leh. On day 8, the plan is to travel across Khardungla, so called the world's highest motorable road, and into Nubra Valley. The plan for the day is to halt at Diskit or Hundar. This is around 200 kilometers from Leh. The next day, I do wish to visit Turtuk, which was actually a Pakistani village before the 1971 war. The next day's plan would be to roam around Turtuk and come back to Leh. Day 10 onwards, the plan is to travel from Leh to Spangmik or Pangong Lake, which is around 160 kilometers from Leh. Spangmik, Man and Mirak are the villages along the Pangong Lake. On day 11, the plan is to travel from Spangmik to Hanle, which is around 162 kilometers from Spangmik. Hanle also houses the world's highest astronomical observatory, and the view of the Milky Way galaxy from there is stunning, though it depends upon weather conditions and how clear it is. I do wish to spend one more night at Hanle, but that all depends upon the schedule, weather conditions and every other factor. The next day's plan would be to travel from Hanle to So Moriri or Karzok. So Moriri is yet another beautiful lake in Ladakh. Hanle to So Moriri is around 160 kilometers. The next day's plan would be to travel from Karzok to Sarchu, which again lies on the Manali-Leh highway. The next day's plan would be to travel from Sarchu back to Manali, and thereafter from Manali to Delhi or Gurgaon. Having taken this route and having spent one night at each of these places, I would still have 2 buffer days left with me. This is the plan in my mind, following which I want to cover every region in Ladakh, but practically speaking it would be really very hard and situations would have to be absolutely perfect in order to cover all of these places. The most important thing in this whole plan that would always be at the back of my mind is to ride safe and ride hard and enjoy at the same time. After reaching Delhi, the plan once again would be the same. Head back from Delhi to Kanpur, Allahabad or Varanasi, and next day Kolkata. I expect to come back to Kolkata by 10th of July for sure. I hope I'll bring back some wonderful footage, vlogs and wonderful clips for you guys to watch. Oh yes, so if you want to follow my updates, you can like my Facebook page, which is at facebook.com/onelivinglife.in. In the meantime, feel free to check out my previous series, riding to the highest lake of India, Gurdungmar at 17,800 feet and more.